Hey guys, this is where your reader can be found that you get to read on your own, but I am going to make a quick video where I read it to you. So be ready. We're going to talk about everything you're going to know this week. Okay, here's all your words to know for our lesson 10, a cupcake party. Give, she will give a gift to her friend. 1, there was one cupcake on the plate. Small, the small red box is on the left. Put, they put the party hats on their heads. Eat, the children eat pizza at the party. And take, they both take some balloons home. So that, get rid of this guy. That is your first page. All right, so your author and the illustrator. So on this book, the author and the illustrator are the same people. His name's David McPhail, and he wanted to be a baseball player when he was growing up, but he wasn't good at sports. So next, Mr. McPhail wanted to play a guitar in a band. Finally, he went to art school. He was great at drawing pictures and writing stories. So here is his story, A Cupcake Party. And it is a fantasy. That means it could not happen in real life. So when we read it, we're going to look for animals who talk and act like people and things that could not really happen. So already we're seeing something that could not really happen. Here's a little chipmunk guy hiding out in a tree with a window in the tree. And we just don't ever see that, do we? I miss my friends, Fritz said. I must have a big party. Fritz had a list of friends to ask to his party. See all his friends? Fritz went to ask Kit. I will come, Kit said. It will be grand. Fritz went to ask Jack next. Jack said yes. A party is fun, Jack said. So look on these pages. Do you see the quotation marks? See the quotation marks? That's where the voices turn on and where they turn off. Those are the quotation marks. Fritz met Fran and Stan at a tree stump. Fran and Stan said yes, too. Now look, there's no quotation marks there. That's not telling what their voices actually said. Fritz went to ask Glenn last. I'll not miss it, Glenn said. Look at Glenn. He looks like he's getting sleepy. Maybe it's almost time for him to hibernate for the winter. Fritz baked cupcakes to give to his friends. He put a small picture on every one. Oh, that was so nice. Now they can tell which cupcake is theirs. If you guys will go look in the main room to get where you get to all your classes, the room that has like the horse and the cow head and the wagon wheels and the cowboy boots, there is a sign on the wall that says kitchen. If you will click on that, it'll take you into a kitchen with all kinds of fun things that you can do. But if you click on the cupcakes in the kitchen, it'll take you into another room where you can see videos on baking cupcakes and decorating cupcakes. So you could do like Fritz is doing with your cupcakes at home. Fritz felt glad to see his friends. Take the cupcake with the picture of you on it, Fritz said. His friends had a snack for Fritz, too. What did they bring him? They brought him a big acorn. Oh, and they put a bow on it for him. I bet he loves that acorn. Yum! Now we can eat and have fun, Fritz said. And look, there's Fritz eating his acorn. Okay, and then here's the next part that goes with this. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of poetry. I'm going to be adding a little bit of poetry on your seesaw now and again, so be ready for it. And this one's called Happy Times. So it says, what makes you glad? What makes you sad? Here are some poems about how kids feel. So I wake in the morning early, and always the very first thing, I poke out my head and I sit up in my bed and I sing and I sing and I sing. So that's a happy poem. Here's another happy poem. I'm glad the sky is painted blue and earth is painted green, with such a lot of nice fresh air all sandwiched in between. So poems rhyme. They sort of have a rhythm like a song. It almost does. It sounds like you're singing, but you're not. You're talking through it. So that is our first two of poems. And the last one's called Laughing Boy. In the falling snow, a laughing boy holds out his palms until they are white. So sometimes they don't always rhyme, but they make you feel feelings like you can imagine being the laughing boy holding out your hands and catching the snow and maybe sticking your tongue out like he's doing in the picture and catching it on your tongue. And so those are what poems do. They either have a rhythm and a rhyme, and they make you feel things and think things. It's sort of like art, but with words. And poetry is really fun. So we'll start doing a little poetry. So practice your poetry this week and your story, and do a good job at it.